What time is it? It's Packard Folks at time. Hat? Check. Shirt? Check. Pants? Optional. Mug? Double check. Check us out at cafepress.com/PackardPokesat where you can get all this great merchandise and more.
Do you like Packard Pokesat and want to hear it on demand and on the go? Download the free app today at Stitcher.com. Available on iOS, Android, Nook, and iPad.
This is Packard Pokesat, and I'm poking at your news. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to another fine edition of Packard Pokesat. I am your immutable and unmutable host, Packard Sonic. And joining me tonight from the far East Coast is the Atheist Ranger.
Hey, guys. How's it going?
So how has your week been, Tony?
It's been going well. Work's finally picked up.
It's always good to have a source of income. And if you would like to help us have a source of income, you can always go to paypal.me/PackardPokesat, and you can make a donation to the show. That'll help bring in a little extra income to the show, too. Little plug at the beginning of the show there.
Ladies and gentlemen, every advance of the homosexual agenda comes at the expense of religious liberty.
You're very popular in a number of state institutions.
In Australia, there is a lady, her name is Penny Wong, and she is the labor opposition leader in the Senate, who has, and this story comes from the Free Thinker. She is basically telling the Australian Christians down there to keep their fucking noses out of the business of the state, because down there, gay marriage is not a thing down there yet, but it's well before too long, it's going to be a thing. She made a speech that her argument is that the major problem in Australia's contentious same-sex marriage debate is that the laws of the religious belief to the framing of the law in a secular society. The law slowly evolved to regard marriage as a contract rather than a sacrament, and recognize that the marriage contract had particular reference to children and property. Now, I've heard this argument from Christians before where they say, well, gay people shouldn't get married because they can't have children. Well, so fucking what? Having children is not... Yeah, neither can old people. There are some people who are very young and they just don't want to have kids. Either that or maybe they just can't have kids because of biological reasons. Are you going to say that those people can't get married either? Well, then they use this like, well, that's just a man and a woman. It doesn't matter. You use the same you use the argument saying they can't get married because they can't have children. You can't have a double standard saying because they can't have children, but it's okay to do it because they're an opposite gender. Atheist Ranger, your thoughts?
Oh, no, this is going to be of a video I plan to respond to much later when I get rid of this fucking cough. Yeah, just you nailed it right on the head. I mean, this idea, Australia, to anyone who doesn't know, mostly has Christian influence.
Yeah. And
I hate to disappoint any of the fundies. Marriage predates Christianity, okay? It's a social contract that we came up with.
Yes.
Okay? And as quite frankly, to what you were saying earlier about the kids, there's people out there like me who do not want kids at all. Does that mean that I don't have a right to be married? Fuck you.
Exactly.
Okay? It is 2017. Can we mind our own fucking business, please?
Yes, exactly. Now, and to that point there, the world has over 7 billion people in it. 7 billion. We are running out of supplies fast.
Yeah.
The fact is that because our growing population is getting older and our population is still booming regardless of the fact, because two people who want to get married who can't have kids, it doesn't mean a goddamn thing. Just because your holy book says go out and multiply doesn't mean jack shit. She also went on to say that a person of faith does not believe a secular society is anti-religion, but rather characterized by the personal freedoms of its members to hold God in whatever regard they wish. And you're willing to, if you want to believe in God, you go fucking right ahead. No one's stopping you. No one's going to stop you, but you don't get to impose your beliefs on anybody else because my holy book.
This idea of, well, you know, they can't get gay, gays can't marry each other because my religion says so. No, you can't get gay married because your religion says so. I am not religious and I can marry a woman or a man if I damn well please. You can fuck off.
That's right. Exactly. There's a saying, and I love it. If you don't want to get gay married, don't get gay married. It goes along the whole spectrum of things there. If you don't like to do a thing, don't do that thing. But you don't get to tell somebody else that they can't do that thing because you don't like to do that thing. That's like saying, hey, you can't eat that donut because I'm on a diet.
By the way, if you think about it, that same logic, the logic that I use that for pro-lifers.
Yeah.
Okay, to sit there and say that a woman can't get an abortion because you disagree with it. In fact, there was a meme, that same meme. I think it was a woman holding up a sign saying, you telling me that I can't get an abortion is the same as you telling me that I can't eat a donut because you're on a diet.
Exactly. Of course, the fundamentals out there always say that you can't get an abortion because of murder, and they think that my holy book says you can't do that because it's murder or whatever. And their holy book is not a pro-life document. It's just not.
No, it's not. There's a part, you'll excuse me if I don't remember the verses, but there's a part where God goes through ancient Samaria and rips out the fetuses of the women, of the pregnant women in that area. There's also a part where I think if a woman cheats on her husband, she has to drink what's called bitter water, which I believe is poison. But and if she miscarries, the child wasn't yours. But if she doesn't, then the child is yours. So if you apply that to modern society, the Bible is telling you if your wife cheats on you, she has to get an abortion.
That's right. That's right. And the thing is, if you listen to the second podcast, The Atheist, the Bible, and No Wardrobe, we actually covered this. Well, we will be covering it. You haven't heard it yet because we haven't posted that part of it out, but we covered it. And the thing is about that, I can't imagine how many people got accused of having an affair and had to drink this bitter water and found out that the kid, and they would have never known that the kid was theirs regardless, you know? Because back then they were just trying to figure shit out and they had no idea. It was like, oh, let's just do this thing. And like, that's fucking disgusting.
And if I remember correctly, I believe there was some woman who actually died from drinking the poison anyway.
Yeah, you probably could. You probably could, because they would take shit off the ground around the altar and put it in the water for them to drink. And who knows what the fuck was in that shit. You don't just drink shit off the ground. You just don't. The fact is that they thought that this was a good thing just shows you the barbarians of the time that they were in.
I agree.
Teach me how to be sensible, logical, or responsible.
And tonight we have our logic game. The question for tonight, so let's see if our atheist ranger can figure out this logic bomb. All right, here it is. Oh, you want to relax the anti-terrorism laws just like the terrorists want us to do. Are you saying you support terrorism? Is this A, appeal to incredulity, B, appeal to common practice, C, burden of proof, or D, guilt by association?
Well, damn, I'm not good at these games. Okay, well, I know for certain it's not C or D, and I'm gonna go with B.
You're gonna go with B?
Yes.
Appeal to common practice?
Yes.
Okay. All right, let's see how well you did. I'm sorry, the answer is D, guilt by association. Discrediting an idea or claim by associating it with an undesirable person or group.
Gotcha. Damn.
See, this is the exact reason why we do these logical fallacies, because the Christians out there, they love their logical fallacies and they just throw them out there willy-nilly, thinking that they can just say whatever they want and with no consequence. But these are the things that will stop them. They'll try to subvert them, but they can't.
While we are poking at your news, you can poke us at Facebook and Twitter, or poke us with an email at ppapodcast@gmail.com, or leave us a message at 662-709-PPAP. Join us live on YouTube/Packard Pokesat on Friday nights at 9 p.m. Central Time. Be part of the conversation by live chatting with us during the show. Enjoy the show? Help support us by becoming a monthly patron at patreon.com/Packard Pokesat, or look awesome by buying something at cafepress.com/Packard Pokesat. No money, no problem. You can help us by sharing the show with friends and rate us on iTunes and Stitcher. For everyone that shares and rates us, you kick ass.
The Atheists
The Bible.
and No Wardrobe, the podcast.
Wait a minute. No wardrobe? You mean we're going to be naked while we do this?
Well, seeing how I'm an atheist and I'm reading the Bible, and since clothes are flammable,
Fire, fire, fire.
I thought it might be a good idea to take them all off first.
Naked or not, follow along as we read, analyze, and try to keep you from falling asleep as we go through this boring-ass book.
Find us on iTunes, Stitcher, and Spreaker. Who knows? We may even be on YouTube someday. And be sure to check out our secondary show, The Atheist, the Bible, and No Wardrobe. A new episode dropped yesterday at 7 o'clock. Well, the page supposedly did, but sometimes the WordPress is a little finicky, and you have to reload the page a few hundred times, and then, oh, hey, there's a thing there. The podcast is rounding up on Joseph and his Technicolor dream fucking coat.
Because there's nothing but death and refuse in the rectum. No life can come out of the rectum. The rectum is designed to get rid of death and waste. That's demonic, everybody. It is absolutely demonic.
You know, one of the things is about Christians, they love their Bible verses. In fact, they will post them everywhere they can. But if somebody who doesn't believe posts a Bible verse, then they have a tendency to get their nose out of joint, especially if it's one they don't exactly like. There's an atheist who lives in the Bible Belt. He's posted on the back of his truck, 1 Corinthians 14:34, women shall be silent and submissive. Read your Bible. And so many Christians, they say, well, God said it, I believe it. And he's got that right on there. Now, his name is Tom Hicks, believes that the same tactic can be effectively used to emphasize the hateful comments of the Bible as what's in the picture here. Now, he's from Chesterfield. He painted a message on the tailgate of his truck about 5 years ago. The verse is drawn from the 1 Corinthians and reads, women shall be silent and submissive. Along with the verse, Hicks painted on 3 crosses, the fish symbol, and expression, read the Bible. The reason I put this particular message on, he says, well, I want people to read the Bible. He says that he is an atheist and is literally driving home the message that the Bible itself is offensive. It's a hateful piece of work, which Christians try to turn around, and they talk about love. Pastor Joey Anthony of Mount Pleasant Baptist Church says, as you look at that, you can definitely see it's completely taken out of context, which is always the cry of the Christians. You took it out of context. No, that's not what it's out of context. That's the exact context. It says, women, you are to remain silent and be submissive to your husband. What more fucking context do you need to get out of that? Just because you don't like the message that your own Bible says, this tough fucking shit. Atheist Ranger, your thoughts?
Oh, wow. I always find that to be a very funny argument of you taking it out of context, but more to the female Christians here. Honestly, I hate to say this, it amuses me to see female Christians because they have no idea how misogynist that book is. Yeah, it reminds me of this channel that I've been viewing lately called Girls Redefined. It's like, I guess, like twin sisters, and they have their own YouTube channel and they call themselves a ministry. It amuses me watching their videos because really that verse, you know, the whole be submissive thing. I'm like, okay, you chicks really need to read your fucking Bible because you wouldn't be having this YouTube channel if you actually knew what was in it and what it actually said about women.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, it also says that women are not allowed to teach. So the fact is that they're getting up on YouTube and they're saying, hey, you have to do this thing because my religion says so. Well, you got to shut up. I'm sorry, you're not allowed to teach me anything.
No, well, more specifically, they're not allowed to teach men anything.
Yeah, I'm a male.
Yeah.
I have a penis. And
are you sure?
And they have a vagina, so they can't teach me anything. They're not allowed to. Their own Bible says so. Oh, but that's the Old Testament, right? That's the next excuse that they use. Oh, that's the Old Testament. Didn't their own Jesus say that you're supposed to obey the old laws, not just the new ones?
Yes, he did. I think he said specifically that I did not come to get rid of the old laws, but to add to them and to enforce them.
Yes, I don't know about the add to, but I do know that he said he came to enforce the old laws. So there is that.
This man is a fucking genius. If I ever get a car, I'm gonna do exactly that. Of course, I don't know if it'll work in my state because I live in Vermont, which is fun little facts. Vermont is the most non-religious state in the country, so I don't know if it'll work for me.
Yeah, probably won't. And you'd probably get like, why would you want to clutter up your car with that? Personally, I look at people's bumper stickers. I'm like, okay, all right, that's fine, that's funny. but it's how many times you got to see that. And of course, I've seen people with their fucking religious stickers literally all over the car, all over the back of the car. And I'm like, holy shit, how fucking wussy is your religion? And how fucking sad, because the fact is you have to express this like, oh my God, I just believe this so hard, I have to tell everybody. Are you really that confident in your religion that you have to portray it the way it is like that? I know the Bible says, go out and tell everybody about us, which is the same thing as a fucking cult would do.
That man's a genius.
Yeah.
Why does everyone keep thinking I'm a troll?
And tonight we have our True or Troll segment tonight. We were originally going to have Matt and the Atheist Ranger on with us tonight, but due to circumstances beyond his control, Matt was unable to join us. All right, you ready for our True or Troll?
Sure, let's give it a try.
All right, here we go. Texas man sues date for texting during movie. Is this a true headline or is this a troll headline?
You are not going to believe this, but I heard this on the radio at work. This is true.
Yes, it is.
Oh, I was fucking dying. Like,
yeah,
dude, are you that fucking petty? Really?
Yeah, it was for like $17 and some odd change.
Just never talk to again. That's it.
Yeah, you spend more in the lawyer fees than you and the court fees to recover $17. I personally, I think you're just trying to drive it home. It's like, hey, don't be a dick. It doesn't matter if you're the female or the male. It doesn't mean that you could go and do that shit.
I guarantee you that this dude's a MGTOW.
Maybe, I don't know. All right. Undercover agents find registered church to be sex club. Is this a true headline or is this a troll headline?
Oh, wow. I'm going to get a lot of people pissed off about what I'm about to say, but every girlfriend I've had, they've been real freaks in the bedroom, so I'm going to go with true.
That is correct. It is a true story.
Shocking.
Yeah. By the way, our first story was from clicktohouston.com, and the second story here was from Yahoo News. Fake pilot arrested just minutes before takeoff. Is this a true headline or is this a troll headline?
Ugh, that's a tough one. Well, people do stupid things, so I'm gonna go with true.
No, that's a troll. That's from thespoof.com. City mistakenly honors man suspected of killing officer. Is this a true headline or is this a troll headline?
Okay, there's no way a city council is that stupid, so I'm going to go with troll.
No, that actually happened. This also comes from Yahoo News.
Damn, I stand corrected. A city council is that stupid.
The city can be that stupid. And for our final headline tonight, tick scientists confirm 2017 will be the best on record. Is this a true headline or is this a troll headline?
Troll.
That's correct. Comes from The Onion.
Yeah.
I thought I'd get you with that one. I really thought I'd get you with that one. Because
I had no idea what it meant, so I just picked troll.
You had 3 correct.
Yeah, 3 to 5, not bad.
Yeah, so that's 60%.
That's
60%. That's still decent. It's still decent. How did you do at home? Did you do as well as the Atheist Ranger did, or did you do better, or did you do worse? Leave the comments below. And I hope you're playing at home alone, or playing along at home.
Both choice of words.
Wait, yeah. All right, well, we got to get out here. I want to thank everybody for coming. If you would like to, we do another live show at 5 o'clock on Wednesdays, and then we have a staff meeting shortly thereafter, and usually the show gets posted shortly thereafter sometime. All depending if the weather doesn't try to blow up my house. So That's what happened this last Wednesday. I couldn't post anything because I was lightning and wind and tornado warnings everywhere. So
yeah, we had a thunderstorm in Vermont last night, and the power went out for like 2 hours, and I'm just sitting there in the fucking dark with a tiny ass little flashlight.
Yeah, I can imagine. Yeah, and I didn't want to worry about getting in the middle of editing and have it go out on me, So
yeah,
this has been Packard Pokes that we just poked at your news,
and that's a wrap.